Alright, this is going to be the installation guide of the Zeus Armor crash cage.
Hold up. Yeah.
Swirl.
The stunner cage, or whatever you want to call it. I have the front cage as well as the back sub cage. So this is what it looks like before, right here. So gonna go ahead and start with the front right now. All you're gonna need 8mm Allen, a 5mm Allen, a 4mm Allen. It's very windy outside, I'm sorry. A ratchet, an extension, a 9/16 socket, a 17mm socket, and a 19mm socket. Undoing 3 main bolts. So there's one bolt right here, one bolt right here, and one more back under here. You gotta remove this. So on this side of the motorcycle, you're gonna have to remove this piece right here. So instead of that little black piece that goes right here, you're gonna remove this one. So on the back of your motorcycle, there's gonna be passenger foot peg. I already removed them, but it's gonna be 2 little screws right there, and they come right out. Very simple. Same thing on the other side, but on this side, you have a brake reservoir. So it's gonna be attached on there. It's one small screw, and that's pretty much it. After that, it's the same thing. It just comes right off. So the first thing I did was level the bike out. So next what you want to do is support the engine. So what I mean by this is you're going to want to go up on the engine a little bit. Alright, so right now I have it touching the engine. I'm going up from the oil pan. Best spot to go up right there. Make sure you're not hooked up on anything else, and just go up a little bit, maybe like a centimeter or 2, just so the engine lifts up off the ground. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this. Alright, that's pretty much it. I saw the forks loosen up a little bit. So now the engine is supported by the floor jack. Alright, so the first one I'm going to unscrew is this one right here. I'm going to go ahead and put the 17mm on there like that. And I'm actually going to use a breaker bar. Just like that. Alright, put that breaker bar up, and there you go. That is nice and loose. Now that bolt's out, time to move on to this one right here. Alright, so next is the 8mm Allen right there. I'm going to go ahead and use the breaker bar for this one. And then just pull up and loosen that. That one's nice and easy, comes right out. Make sure you don't get the bolts mixed up. Right there, right there. And then now time for this bolt down here. You can't get to it, so what you're gonna have to do is take off your clutch right here and this plastic piece. So it's very simple. There's a little plastic cover right here. Go ahead and just pull that to the side, just like that. And you grab your 4mm and loosen that up. Alright. And that is the clutch bolt right there that comes out. Go ahead and just let it hang right there. Now it is time for these 3 bolts right here to remove the plastic piece. All they are 5mm Allen wrenches. Alright, and with these 3 screws out, this comes right off. Oh shit, oh man, it's dirty. Oh, very dirty. Okay, yeah, oh god, that is very dirty. So yeah, probably take this off and clean it a lot more than I did. Oh god, let me get a towel. Okay, note to self, make sure you take that plastic piece off a lot and clean this up, because that's a giant mess. But anyways, I'll save that for later. Now it's time to remove that bolt right there. Let me clean it off a little bit. That bolt right there. Alright, that bolt right there is your 9/16, and you put on your little sockets right there, and you loosen that up. And then you're gonna need a breaker bar as well, I forgot. Got your 9/16 on there with your breaker bar. Oh, heard something break. Yeah, that's your engine pretty much braking right now. Yeah. Oh, nice catch. Saw that? Alright, so that's pretty much your engine braking. You hear that sound? That's your engine going to crap. No, I'm kidding. So pretty much what that is right there, that is a bolt that goes all the way through the engine to hold the engine in place. So make sure you have your hand on the other side holding that bolt. Alright, and just like that, comes off. So now these 3 are done. With that being said, you get the cage, and you just stick it on those 3 points right there. So I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. It has to line up like that. But what I think I'm going to do is put 1 screw in first, just so I can get it lined up. Put a little bit of white lithium on this so it doesn't get rusted. So I'm going to put that screw in there, right there, and then put it inside of there. The reason being is I'm going to have this screw hold the rest of it. I hope my plan works out well. It actually did work. Alright, sweet. So yeah, that screw is actually the middle point which holds it. So then I can just pivot it however I want. So yeah, that screw is in there and it's going to hold it. Alright, so the next step, go ahead and just slide that through that 3rd hole right there, all the way through. Alright, and just like that, that is tight now. And all the way through. So it's in. Time for that last bolt inside of there. Get your socket extension. Hope for the best. Alright, so with the 3 bolts in, it's pretty snug, but it's not torqued down, so you're gonna have to torque it down. I don't know the torque specs from the top of my head, so I'm gonna go online and research it, and I'll put it in the description below. And onto the back now. So the back, basically, I have 1 screw in there just to hold it, but it's the rear foot peg. There's 2 screws, it comes off, and this one just goes right back on. So you literally just, oh, the other side slid off. Damn it. Okay, let me put a screw in the other side too, so I can hold it. Ah, my finger. Oh my god, that was such a deep cut. Look at that. Okay, I gotta fix that too. Okay, yeah, so then put that screw in there to hold it. So yeah, it's pretty much it. It's like super simple. It's just 2 screws here, 2 screws here, and this brake reservoir goes on there. But now I have to deal with my bleeding thumb. Oh my god, how is it bleeding so? Fuck! I'm finna get AIDS. Oh my god. Like dripping blood everywhere. God dang! Look at that. Ready? Watch this. Ready? Look how fast it bleeds again. Yeah. Okay. Let me just put that on there. Okay. So back to what I was doing. So you put one on this side and one on the other side. And this one actually got bent when the guy got to accident. So I have to buy 2 more. It'll work for now, but I'm gonna have to buy a new one. There's 2 right there, and then 2 on this side as well. My finger's starting to hurt a lot actually. And just like that. Alright, so with the size 13 socket, you just want to go ahead and tighten these down now. Alright, so that's pretty much it with the back. It's done. Time to put the pucks in. I didn't take the pucks out of this one because it was already in. There's no need to take it out. But for this one, I had to take it out because I had to reach that screw. But it's really simple to put back in. There's a screw in the bottom. And a hole right there. You literally just take that out and just push it in the hole. So yeah, that's pretty much how you put that on. And that's pretty much it. It's done. The same thing on the other side. I haven't put it on yet. It's right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on next, but I'm gonna fix my finger first though. So you just put that on. It's the exact same thing. 1 screw here, 1 screw here, and 1 down there. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention the brake reservoir goes in here too. There's literally 1 screw comes off right there, and then it goes back in. It's super simple. But besides that, that is it. That is how to install a crash cage on a Yamaha Fz-07. This is a crash cage by Zeus Armor, or stunt cage they call it. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and fix my finger and finish this up, and then I'll lay it down so y'all can see what it looks like. I really hope it doesn't mess up my foot pegs. Alright, there it is right there. That's what it looks like without on the ground. It does a pretty good job, but as of right now, the one thing I did notice, my clutch is on the ground, which is not good, and then so is my foot stand, my kickstand. That is not good, but my peg's okay. Let's go ahead and pick the bike back up. Alright, and just like that, it's back up. Let's look at the damage. A little bit of scratch right there, nothing too big. And over here, it went down a little bit, but it didn't bend it because I put it down slowly. But I'm sure if I were to drop it, this would definitely bend and break. The reason I know that is because moving over here on this bike, you can see that the clutch lever is completely destroyed and I did not protect it at all. So basically the cage will not protect your brake and clutch levers. Alright, so there it is. There is the crash cage on the Yamaha Fz-07. If you did like this video, please let me know in the comments. Be like, oh, congrats on the cage, or you did this terribly with the cage, or you suck at installing cages, or whatever. Let me know. I'd like to hear y'all's feedback. If you want to see more videos about the Fz-07 and the more customizations, if that's the word, customizations, yeah, and everything else, please subscribe and stay tuned. Dab, bye.